what's up? Good to see you, Alia. So amazing to see you in Sao Paulo.
Yeah, I didn't know you were here. I'm so happy.
Well, now you do.
This is my second time here and
Okay.
it's superb. It's lovely.
Well, you have an India connection. I met you when you were in Bombay once upon a time, not too long ago. You shot in India. Is that a place that you're going to return to anytime soon?
I'd love to. That was one of the best experiences of my career, and the people. The people. I love the food, but I remember we were shooting, and I've never had this happen before. There were 2,000-3,000 people lining the streets watching at the end of every take, applauding. And as soon as we called action, they were silent, so well behaved, and then bang, applause again at the end of it. And so to have that kind of instant gratification and feedback was unlike anything. And look, we make these films for the fans. We're only here because of the fans, and the fan base in India is incredible. And as you say, the first film, the origin was India, so it's a very special place in our heart.
Right, and the genre you're dealing with is a hardcore live action, right? And when you do, say, for instance, a Thor, like if you do, how different is it for you as an actor in terms of? I'm guessing there's a lot of green screen there, and there's nothing there. Is that what happened?
Well, it's a lot to do with how Sam shoots. The Marvel, there's a lot more special effects, a lot of green screen, and it looks brilliant at the end of the day, but I think there's a bit of a fatigue around special effects. And what was refreshing, I think, for an audience, but also for me in front of the camera, was I'm immersed in that experience. Everything you see on camera, 95% of what you see happened on the day within that frame. It's not post-production, so Sam had me on top of a moving train going 50 miles an hour, helicopter 20 feet in front of me flying backwards, helicopters landing on the train, guys getting out, 500 people within a fight scene, like extras and background performers. So the complexity of it was huge, and the preparation time was bigger than anything I've done, but the reward is so much greater. There's a visceral integrity and truth you get on screen, which I think an audience, that's what they're responding to. They know it's not special effects and CGI. They can feel it. They're right there with you. The intimidation, adrenaline, exhaustion you see on the actor's face, the audience are experiencing that too. So I think it's how a lot of films should be shot traditionally.
And that's a very 90s thing, right? You saw a lot more action movies of that sort about 20 years ago. You see very few of them. Is that something?
Yeah, it's a bit of an homage back to that period, but and I was inspired by those films. But the complexity now of the stunt work and the camera work and so on has evolved to such an extent now. A lot of it can be. It's brilliant. I grew up on it all, but they're static in comparison to how Sam shoots. The dynamic movement and the athleticism required from Sam and the other camera guys holding the cameras. They're running with us through shots. They're climbing up on top of the trains with us. Things are on fire. Things are blowing up. They're in the center of it. It's not put on a tripod.
There's a fake image of Tom Cruise that went viral about him and his stunt doubles. Obviously, that wasn't true. Do you have too many of them?
Mate, everyone has stunt doubles. Let me tell you this, right? Everyone has stunt doubles. And whether it's, at the end of the day, Tom Cruise steps in and does the stunt, which I take my hat off to. He does some insane stuff. And it's the same with me. We may do the stunts at the end of the day, but 3-4 months of prep has gone into it from your stunt double. They've rehearsed it. They've trained. They've figured out, here are the bad ways to do it. Here's all the injuries we received. And here's the safest version for you. Always risk involved, but the real heroes, the unsung heroes, are the stunt guys back screen. As I said, whether or not the final stunt is done by them, they've done it 1,000 more times than you to make sure it's safe. And that goes for every single actor on the planet. And Tom Cruise is one of the few guys that even do that final stunt. A lot of guys let the stunt guys carry on through.
At that age, right?
At any age, So he's a huge inspiration. And as I said, everyone has stunt doubles. But on that final day, it depends. If you want, and a lot of guys prefer, don't prefer.
Chris, be safe. Thank you. This is your big moment, right? Your international debut in Brazil with everyone, the international press, all here. What does it mean to you right now? What does Heart of Stone mean to you in general?
Listen, it was a very special film in the first place for me to be a part of, and to I shot it at a very
exciting time where I was like just feeling like, okay, this is a nice time for me to break into another language, into Hollywood, as you say. But I just had a lot of fun and I met some amazing people while I was doing that. So I'm just excited for the world to see. Yes, I've seen the trailer. I love it. I've seen the film as well. Yeah, and I love it. I think it's fab. I think it's exactly the way I imagined it. In fact, better. Our director Tom Harper's done a fabulous job. I won't say too much about my own film, but I want people to see the trailer and
talk about it. What kind of response are you looking at? Like, will they like us? How long Alia was in the trailer? You know, they tend to do that, right?
वो तो होगा ही, but I'm also not like too worried about that because I feel like at the end of the day, you have to get a sense of what the story is about, and when the story leads you to the final film, and it's all the final film that matters.
Sure. Like your last release was with Sanjay Leela Bhansali. This one is the Tom Harper. How different is it to work in these kind of productions?
Honestly, filmmaking on every set all around the world is the same.
Is it?
It's the same.
Exactly the same.
Pretty much. It's all working towards one vision, one purpose, the same chaos. It's the same.
In India, everyone's even looking forward even more because of your co-star in the film. That's Alia Bhatt, right?
Who that could be? Yeah, Alia.
How was that? How was that working with her?
It was amazing. It was amazing. I was a big fan of Alia from before.
Really? From where?
I've seen the RRR.
Okay.
And we were looking for someone who's fresh and has the ability to portray layered characters and could look beautiful, and Alia was the perfect choice.
And that's you as well. All those things that you said. That's you are the Wonder Woman, isn't it? What can we expect from the film?
Look, the film is a lot of fun. I think it has all the right ingredients. Humor, huge set pieces, drama, great characters, and it all wrapped up in over 5 different locations around the world. A lot of fun. I have a feeling they're gonna like it.
In a particular segment of India's population, you're probably bigger than a Bollywood star.
No, that's definitely not true.
Are you aware of your stardom, especially among the teens, right?
I mean, I know there's a lot of fans in India. I'm definitely not bigger than most Bollywood stars. Let's be very real about that. I haven't been back to India since the show has come out. I feel like if I went, I would be like so just blown away. I can't even fathom how much fan love is there. I'm so grateful for it.
Do you get responses online? So
all
you get
the time.
A sense of what's going on?
No, I get a sense, but when something's so big, it's hard to really understand.
Right.
That's how I feel. I know it's there, but I don't know if my brain has the capacity to understand how much love is there. But I'm very grateful.
But what makes you what do you think is the reason why a show that is so specific to a diaspora family, right, or of a particular family that makes it so universal? Like, what is the people you think they're connecting to, which is regardless of their color? I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of Brazilian fans here in Sao Paulo.
Exactly. I mean, I think number one, our show's kind of funny, We're a comedy. Who doesn't love to laugh?
Right.
But we touch on things that aren't specific just to a diaspora family of of Tamil descent.
Right.
It's stories that are very human. Like losing a parent or losing a loved one. Going through a roller coaster of insecurities and a journey of self-love. Anyone of any culture can relate to that, right? But I think specifically for South Asians and people of color, we get to see ourselves, right? We get to see someone that looks like us, but also we get to see them in every scene. They're not disappearing after.
Right.
So I think,
and they're not doctors and they're not cabbies. They're real people.
But even when it comes to those roles, we usually see them come in and then come out.
Yeah.
They're there for one scene or 2 scenes, and they're the best friend, and then they're gone.
Right.
So I think that really helps. But also, it's kind of funny.
It's more than funny. More than funny.
Thank you.
How's your stay been here in Sao Paulo? Do people mistake you for Brazilian, by the way? Has that happened to you?
I've seen a lot of Brazilian fans comment recently that they are just making me Brazilian now. I don't think it works that way. I'm very flattered, but I don't think it works that way. I saw one comment that was like, "You're just born in the wrong country."
Really?
And I don't know about that one. I think I was born in Canada, but very flattered. But I think some people are some
Do you
Brazilians
think,
are very
at some
diehard.
point, given the specificity of the story and the family, that they could just move to India and do a full season there? Do you think that's ever possible?
I think never have I ever. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
I could have never predicted any of the things that was going to happen with the Vishal Kumar family. So that's definitely something that could happen if there was more. But I don't know. I don't write the scripts.
Right.
If I wrote the scripts, it'd be like a thriller, and then everyone dies. And then I wouldn't know what to do.
I think what you're doing is much funnier and way more fun.
And that's why I'm the actor, and I let the writers write, because I can't be a writer. Not like that, no.
Thank you so much, Mother. You're a pleasure, and all the best for everything.
Likewise.
Take care.
I hope you have fun with the rest of the carpool.
Cheers. That your show is, it's from another era, it's from another world. What makes it so global, where everyone connects to it? What is it about royalty that really sort of gets people totally connect with the world? Because that's not something we know. It's from another time. What is the universal appeal of Queen Charlotte according to you?
Maybe. Do you want to? No. Okay.
Go.
Maybe it's that it's so different to normal society.
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
something that's not tangible, and I think to get an insight into a world that is so foreign and so kind of different to anything that we ourselves are accustomed to really intrigues people. And I think as actors as well, it's really intriguing because it's so different to anything that we know and how we act. Is my answer.
I would echo that. I also think anything that is, and it's the same kind of beginning. Anything that is where the world is slightly different, or the immediate surroundings of the characters is slightly different. It provides the audience with a slight distance where they're safer to be suggestive as an audience member, and things become very powerful. It's the same as animation, I think, But we're very glad that is the case.
I have to say, Corey, and that's happened and when we had that conversation as well. You first pass on the question to her. Are you in awe of her?
Am I in awe of her?
Better be.
Like your character in the show.
Like my character in the show, I don't think I'm in awe of her.
Don't lie.
We can have India or someone else. I'm joking, of course. There is only one India.
Thank you.
And she's amazing.
We ended that conversation with the fact that you are India, I am from India, and that you are going to visit India. When is that going to happen? Tell us.
Listen, I'm on my flight. I'm actually on the flight now. Hello. I need
being
to go.
CG'd in.
This is
green
it's
screen.
live recording.
Which city would you go to?
Mumbai.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. It's got a big fashion culture as well, so I'd love to go and see that and explore more.
So, give us a holler when you're there. Just call us when you're there. Yeah, cheers. Take care. Thank you. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, India.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.